Hello friends, welcome back to the next session on learning of insurance, general insurance. Now let's move towards the next topic. In this particular session, we'll be understanding and learning about the concept of brokers. The learning objectives. At the end of this particular session, you will be able to understand how do we define a broker, that is, what do we mean by a broker, what are the various different types of brokers, and explain the various functions that have been performed by a broker of an insurance company. Now let's begin the learning. Notification of a particular broker. The definition or the notification of the broker is provided in the Short Act for the Titlement of the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India Act. So, the insurance broker definition or the commencement or the title is being provided in the Act itself. That is, what do we mean, what do we define, and what a broker is. Regulations of 2018 IRDAI. There are certain regulations or guidelines that have been provided by the IRDAI Act in terms of 2018 about what rules, regulations, norms, guidelines that one has to follow to be a regulator or to be a broker of an insurance company. The commencement form and applicable and date of publication in the official gazette is being made on 30th of January 2018. So the various commencement, the activities and all the rules, regulation, guidelines have been published and it is been brought into existence by notification in the official gazette on this particular date, and hence from those concerned the notification of broker is into existence. Now let's move towards understanding what does a broker mean. So broker is just an individual who performs the activities between a company and between an insured person. So in short, a solicitation and a procurement of business transaction which has undergone a certain position or a certain examination. For example, I as an individual, I want to purchase an insurance policy. Now, when I want to purchase an insurance policy, I try to explore or find out different opportunities. Now, when this particular exploring of opportunities is done, I am in confusion about which policy has to be undertaken or which policy has to be purchased. So at this stage, what happened? A particular person may be appointed by an insurance company or by a particular person may approach to me and he may guide for providing a better understanding or knowledge about which policy has to be undertaken. That particular guidance, information or knowledge that has been given by an individual for benefiting or getting a proper purchase decision is called as an insurance broker, and the person who is dealing with the guidelines that have been provided by IRDAI is called an insurance broker, which has been registered by the firm. Now, who is a broker? Now, as per the clause or as per the commencement of section 13 sub clause 6 of the IRDAI Act, it refers the clause that is provided or the definition about the guidelines, rules that one has to perform. So, necessary policies that needs to be performed by a broker are with respect to the qualification and authorized persons are being mentioned in terms of clause 16, that is sub clause 6. Now, in terms of insurance brokers, we have different classes or different categories. Now, let's look at the various categories or classes of brokers. The brokers have been classified or categorized under the terms of life insurance broker, a general insurance broker. In terms of life, you have a direct broker, and in terms of general, you have a direct broker. But a particular person may perform or it may undertake the various activities of both the policies, that is a life insurance policy as well as a general insurance policy. So a broker may be a direct broker which is individually for life or individually for general, or performing the activities for both the life and general insurance. We have another concept or another terminology called as an reinsurance. Reinsurance is a particular concept or a particular broker who acts as a broker for an insurance firm. And lastly, we have the another category or class of person which is also called as a composite broker. A composite broker is a person who undertakes the activities of both the concern, that is the life insurance, the general insurance as well as the reinsurance. So a composite broker is a person who undertakes the activities of all types of brokers. Now let's look at the regulation for registration. So in order to get your business, in order to register yourself as an official or the registered insurance broker, what activities or what compliances that you need to do. The first compliance is you need to apply or you need to make an application in Form B. So a certain format that has been provided by IRDAI, that particular form needs to be fulfilled and this particular form needs to be submitted in consent with the company to the IRDAI, and accordingly the application needs to be submitted within a specified time duration. In terms of Form C, the various documentation that a particular person or an individual or a company that has to support or that has to submit along with the application is been provided. So Form C is the part of annexures with respect to the documentation that one insurance broker has to submit. The Form D is the concept of payment of fees. So accordingly, the individual insurance broker has to pay a certain amount of fees for getting his business registered as an insurance broker. Now, the fees that forms the part of the registration or the application are: for a direct broker, the fees that one has to pay is rupees 25,000 for the registration in the Indian economy. For a reinsurance broker, the fees that one has to pay is rupees 50,000. Whereas for a registration of a composite broker, the fees that one has to pay is rupees 75,000. So these are the various regulations due to which a registration can be undertaken for an insurance broker. That is, application in Form B, documentation in Form C, and payment of fees in Form D. Now, regulation number 18. So, the specific clause number 18 is of the IRDAI specifically deals with about what are the regulation or the norms that one has to follow to get your insurance broker as a registered broker. Insurance broker should must or appear in the title name of the insurance broking company. So whenever you register your business company or your name, the title or the word such as insurance broker must be visible or must be included in the name of the company itself, so that it is clearly understood or known to the investors, to the customers, to the people that this particular company is the insurance broking company. The title should be displayed in the big letters or must be visible. So here in this case, at the same place, what do we have to see? That whenever the name is been displayed of a particular company, it should be properly visible and it should be in a bold concern. That is, it should be in a caps big letters wherein people may be easily able to identify that which is a normal insurance company and who is an insurance broker which has been registered under the IRDAI Act. Should have a registered and corporate office. As we have seen in Indian Companies Act 1956, each and every company or the organization must have its registered office. In the same case, under the IRDAI Act, under the regulation number 18, an insurance broker must also have his registered office and a corporate office which has been registered by the IRDAI and with the respective company under which the registration is being undertaken. So, a proper registered office must be available to an insurance broker. He should also have an IRDAI registration certificate. So in the previous slide, what we have seen, the application in Form B has to be undertaken, and accordingly, the approval from the IRDAI has to be undertaken, or it is a mandate. So a particular insurance broker must have a certificate of registration, and that particular certificate of registration must be obtained from IRDAI, and it should be displayed in your registered office, wherever it is being located. And always the validity period is been associated with the license. So whenever you get a license for your registration of your business, for your insurance broker, it is always associated with a certain validity period. So once the validity period is commences, you can start your business operations, and once the validity period ends, we have to see that all those activities have been completed, they have been fulfilled, they have been complied, and accordingly you apply for re-application or renewal of the insurance contract or the insurance broker. Now let's look at the various capital requirements in terms of an insurance broker. So in case if you want to register yourself as a direct broker, the capital requirement at this particular stage is rupees 75 lakhs. If you want to register your business as a reinsurance broker, the capital requirement is rupees 400 lakhs. So, and lastly, if you want to register your business as the composite broker, then the requirement for capital is rupees 500 lakhs. So, in this case, in whichever category that you fulfill, you can register your business, and accordingly, the minimum capital requirement must be fulfilled by the insurance broker. The condition for the net worth. Now the condition for the net worth capital requirement is, for a direct broker, the capital requirement is rupees 50 lakhs, which is called as a mandate, and the person who is having the capital requirement or the net requirement of rupees 50 lakhs, he can register and start his business operational or activities. For an insurance and composite broker, the 50% of the minimum paid up capital or the minimum called up capital must be fulfilled, and accordingly whenever the 50% category or the condition has been fulfilled, you can get yourself registered as the corporate broker or the insurance broker under the purview of IRDAI. Now let's summarize what we have studied for this particular lecture. In this particular session, we have learned what is the concept of broker, that is, who is a particular broker, what is the importance or need of a particular broker, and what are the various requirements for registration of a broker. I hope that you have enjoyed the learning. Thank you.